Just look at this advert that's going around on TV in the UK right now.
If you're checking your girlfriend's phone, telling her who she can and can't speak to, that's not okay.
If your boyfriend's telling you how to dress,
that's not right.
If someone asks you for a nude pic or keeps wanting you to share one, you shouldn't have to deal with that.
When it comes to sex, only an idiot would put pressure on someone.
If you turn to violence when your girlfriend disagrees with you...
Whoa, that's not the way to handle it.
There's a person attached to everybody. Respect both.
To see more, search Disrespect Nobody.
That advertisement you've just seen, right, I believe is probably the most sexist advertisement ever to be shown on TV. It is aimed directly at men being abusive and women being the victim. And yet, it tries to get across a message about disrespecting nobody. Yet itself is very, very disrespectful towards men. In fact, there's even been there's even been studies to show that over 40% of domestic abuse happens to men. Now granted, the majority still does happen to women, granted, but over 40% happens to men. So it's more or less equal. In fact, it's so wrong that even women are going around now, right? It's so glorified that men are the abusers and women are the victims. It's so glorified. You're getting women going around about lying about being raped. Lying about being raped. Take this one story, for instance. There was a mother, right? I'll show you some material on screen. There was a mother of two that lied about being raped. And no joke, why she lied about being raped? So her family would feel sorry for her. How bullshit is that? Right? And now the poor guy is now having to live in a tent, and even though she admitted she lied to it and that he was innocent, he still can't even go out to the store, to the shops, without being called a rapist. Shit sticks, right? And not only that, right? These women that are going around lying about being raped are giving women who actually do get raped a bad name. It's unfair not only to the guys they're wrongly accusing, but women in general who have actually been abused. It's wrong. You're getting women that is going around lying about this stuff just for their own personal self-gain. Right? And not only that, right? It is so disgusting how 9 times out of 10 men who are actually abused get laughed off of the street, right? If they go and open up that they've actually been abused or hit by a woman or raped by a woman, it's found funny. In fact, in this one article that I'll show you now about the 40% of abuse happening to men, there's even in that exact article, it says that most police and other committees and stuff, and they laugh it off when a man gets, they don't believe him. And it's disgusting how men are thrown to the side because men are supposed to be big and strong, and that men can never actually get hurt and stuff, Yet, what most women try and go for is that a man should never hit a woman. So if men try and stick to that, are you trying to say that men who are being abused in a relationship can't act back? They can't act out? So you're saying it's alright for a woman to hit a man, but not a man to hit a woman? We're all human beings, whether we're black, white, man, woman, it doesn't matter. We're all human beings. So this whole thing about equal rights and, this whole feminism stuff is a load of bullshit, right? And I've found anyway that most feminists, in air quotes, are man-haters. That's what they are. If you go around now and look at most feminists, I'm not saying all, because most feminists, there is some feminists out there that they do actually campaign for equal rights. But the vast majority of feminists are actually man haters. Sorry, not women haters. They're man haters. They hate men. They're not looking for equal rights. They're looking for women empowerment. That's all they're looking for, right? And not only that, right? But I believe the name feminism itself is very sexist. There's nothing on there to imply that it's looking for equal rights, right? It's only looking for rights for women. So I think if they were truly looking for equal rights, they should be called equalists or something like that. You know, it should be called equalism or something along those lines. Feminism is about man hatred and women empowerment. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to it. And in fact, to prove, right, to prove that women aren't as much of a victim as most feminists would like you to seem, they'd like you to think that they are. There's an entire website on the internet, right? And I'll put a screenshot of it on screen now, called Fathers for Justice, right? And what that is about men who are fighting for custody of their children because they don't get equal rights to see their children, right? Most cases, a woman will get custody of her child. In most cases, the vast majority of them. So, how is that fair? How are women the victim in that case, right? There's men out there who work hard day and night looking for any little crumb of information they can get that can help them get their child and get visitation rights or, half custody of their child or something like that. Yet, the justice system is so aimed so much towards women, it's actually ridiculous. Even a lot of the cases are dismissed, right? Because maybe the father's name isn't on the birth certificate, right? And most cases are dismissed for that. But even having your name on the birth certificate does not help men. In most cases anyway. That's only a small detail that they'll throw out most custody cases out of court for, because his name isn't on the birth certificate. Yet when it is on the birth certificate, it has little to no value whatsoever. So, what I'm proposing is that we try and nip feminism in the bud. We try and stop these feminists, right? And what we do is, instead of, if you're a feminist out there that actually campaigns for equal rights, and actually that doesn't hate men and is actually going out for equal rights, don't call yourself a feminist, right? Call yourself an equalist, because I'm all for equal rights. I believe we're all human beings. We should all have what we want. I know this commentary's probably made me sound like I'm a bit of a misogynist, and to be honest, I can see how that might come across, right? I haven't exactly had the best of relationships with women in the past, right? But I don't hate women. I'm just saying that most feminists, in air quotes, aren't looking for equal rights, right? They're looking for women empowerment. So if you're a feminist that actually campaigns for equal rights and is, actually loves the thought of men and women and black and white and stuff like that being treated the same, I propose that you call yourself an equalist instead of a feminist, because being an equalist means that we're all in there, we're all in this together. We're all looking to be treated the same regardless of gender or colour of the skin. Because it's actually disgusting how, you're getting women who have actually been abused. They are now being looked at weird as well, because of these women that's glorifying it and going around lying about being raped or, hit and stuff like that in a relationship, just so they can get ahead. It's disgusting. And now men are scared to even come forward because of how society looks at them when they're raped or abused. So what we should do is we should share this video around. Let people know, that we're no longer going to classify people who look for equal rights as feminists. We're going to classify them as equalists, because that takes us all into account. It doesn't look for women empowerment. It isn't sexist just in the name. It is completely equal, right? And every time this advertisement, if you live in the UK, comes on TV, the one that you saw at the start of the video, every time it comes on TV, tweet about it, say how disgusting it is, and let the world know the truth, because it's actually filthy. It's so disgusting how people who are actually looking for equal rights and people who are actually had bad things happen to them in relationships are being mistreated, all because of how society looks upon them, because you've got these stupid women that are looking for women empowerment going around lying about being raped and abused, so women who actually do get raped and abused are being laughed away. And you're getting men who have actually been abused or raped or something like that, thrown out and laughed at by society because it's men and all men actually care about is sex, and because, you know, a man shouldn't be able to get hurt by a woman, you know? How can a man, a big strong man, be hurt and intimidated by a woman? At the end of the day, we're all human beings, we all have the same feelings. So anyways, like I said, if you like, you know, if you believe what I believe, drop this video a like, share it around, and let's get the word out, man, because it's actually disgusting. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man.